Then 95 pops up, and you got Diddy versus Suge, Bad Boy versus.
You know your
Def.
shit, man.
I mean, I remember watching that one. Okay, and I remember being up one late night, and I think I might not have caught it because I was 95. I'm probably about 12 years old. I'm born 83, so I'm like hip hop. And I remember watching this shit, and I'm like, this is the most tense shit I done seen in my life, but it's hip-hop, and it had everybody.
If you was tense, imagine everybody in that theater. We was in the Madison Square Garden, but a smaller theater. This was like one of the first ones that, and man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Because, Death Row bought a gang of niggas down there. At this time, they're paying us a lot of money for their sets. So that was the time where their set was, they had did an all jail thing, and everybody that was on death row was coming out they cell. I had goosebumps when I was watching that shit. That shit was crazy. I remember Diddy and them came out this record. They came out of it was a record, a big ass turntable that lifted up, and they came out the turntable.
Yeah.
Biggie, Junior Mafia, Total, 112. So that was dope. But the death row shit with them coming out the cells, each one of them, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about it.
It was an iconic moment, man.
Crazy, yo. It was like a stage with nothing but jail cells, and each one of them would come out and do their shit. So when Suge came out and said what he said, again, I'm backstage. So, I'm backstage trying to make sure shit's shot all right.
Yeah.
We had hired the Nation of Islam for security. And I definitely want to give a big shout out to the Nation of Islam, Captain Dennis, of course, Minister Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
Leonard Muhammad, but we would hire them as security for every Source Award. And that was the first time we hired them. So I think there was a real respect for the nation, because FOI would be all in the the aisles and shit.
Yeah.
So when he said that, everybody was like, oh man. I want to give Diddy his props, because Diddy could have took that as negative and just jumped it off right then and there. Man, fuck you, man. But when Diddy came out, he actually was humble in his response. And I want people to recognize that. Because after Suge said what he said, I mean, Suge was flagrant, but that's Suge, all right? We all know Suge for Suge, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, so it wasn't nothing like, you kind of expected that from Suge.
Yeah.
Or else he wouldn't have been Suge.
Come on.
All right? So, you want to give props to Diddy, because he could have taken that as major disrespect, which it was.
Yeah.
And he could have came and answered it back flagrantly, and that would have probably got to blows and gunshots and knife stabbings.
Yeah.
And maybe no more Source Awards ever. So, but it was only when Snoop got on it and said, man, because when him and Dr. Dre had, Dre had won the award, and I had gave Dre his award. No, that was another year. But when they was up there, Suge said, y'all don't fuck, New York don't fuck with, we know where we at. We know this the birthplace of hip hop.
Yeah.
New York, you know what I'm saying? He's basically giving props. The way he was saying it looked like he was beefing.
Aggressive.
Man, fuck that shit. But he was really showing New York love.
Yeah.
At that point, he kind of confused everybody. He really threw everybody off their shit, because here you are, he's with Death Row, but you hear him showing love, but he's keeping that gangster shit, so niggas at Death Row don't think that he's,
Yeah.
So I think he threw niggas off from the West Coast and the East Coast, but I looked at it as he kind of suppressed the moment that really could have got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
When you look at the Source having to cover all of that stuff and just being in the middle of all of it as media and journalists and stuff like that, what was that like for you, having to stand in the middle of that and cover all that?
I made sure we didn't pick no sides.
Yeah.
Made sure, because somebody could write the wrong thing, and then we have motherfuckers up in our office with a bunch of guns, and now it's, you know what I'm saying? So I made sure that nobody took a side.
Yeah.
You just print the facts of what's going on already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But and at that point, shit, we loved both of their music.
Yeah.
It's not like, it wasn't too much. I mean, of course, you're always gonna have certain West Coast cats who loves Pac because he represented New York. You know what I'm saying? Just like you're gonna have cats from New York. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have that, because people take pride in where they're from and where they're born.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, we lost two influential, great men, black men.
Yeah.
And if we learned anything, we learned never for that to happen. See, we made sure we didn't try to hype shit up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's a way that you can be very irresponsible as a magazine to take a side and hype it up to make it, you know, even get worse.
Exactly.
That's what the internet is now.
Come on.
The internet is nothing but a bunch of instigators hyping shit up to make people half these murders now because of what's being hyped up on here.
Exactly.
You know, gift and the curse of that.
Being a part of history in a major way, though, Benzino, when you were thinking to yourself, you're watching the Tupac documentary, you're watching the Biggie documentary, you're watching their movies, and you're seeing clips from stuff that you helped create show up in that stuff, and you lived it.
I'll be honest with you.
Talk to me.
This might be the best interview I've ever done. Because no, I'm not even just saying that to you. Because you're touching on points. You're touching on particular points that I've always wanted to come across. You know what I'm saying? That nobody would ever ask these particular points.
Yeah.
So ask that one more time because this is important. I want to answer this right. Ask that, you know what I'm saying?
Being in the middle of history, okay? We talking about Tupac, Biggie.
And I'm watching all these movies that
you're watching all of these movies and documentaries that's going on right now and all the way up to this day. And you're thinking, okay, I had something to do with all of this stuff, and I was there.
Okay.
What was that like for you?
Proud, but then when I write my story, it's gonna be the biggest ever.
Ooh.
Proud, you know, I'm looking at them and be like, I'm proud that they're on the clips because it really happened.
Yeah.
And I'm watching everybody's movie and documentary, and the one common thing they got is something about the source.
Come on.
So when I write my story, the movie and everything, I realize it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be huge, and that kind of makes me feel good. And I haven't, I'm be honest, you know, my life is so crazy, and so I haven't sat and done it yet because it doesn't seem to be an ending.
Yeah.
Just when I was about to write it, my daughter's popping off.
Yeah.
Then there's the controversial shit between me and her, and it's like, damn, just when I was about to start writing, I gotta hold up and see how this play out.
Gotta give her a chance to do her thing.
I gotta hold up my damn movie and book now. Cause I didn't see that coming, man.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, man, I look at all that, it makes me smile, it makes me proud, but you know I have a story to tell.